In 1988, a single one with 99 lines of code nearly brought down the entire internet. It spread across thousands of computers in merely hours and caused really bad damage. But here's the thing, that worm exploited weaknesses in the way computers talk to each other, and that is something that most of us do not even think about. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down the OSI model, which is basically a rule book for how data moves across the internet and why understanding it is key to protecting yourself online. So what exactly is the OSI model? Think of it like the layers of a lasagna. Each layer handles a specific part of getting data from point A to point B. Whether you're sending a meme, you're streaming Netflix, you're logging into your bank, this model is quietly doing the heavy lifting in the background. From physical wires to encryption protocols, the OSI model is everywhere. And when hackers exploit one layer, your entire digital life could be exposed. Let's rewind to 1983. Then there wasn't any standard model of any sort, and there were many different kinds of computer network, and this made it hard for different systems to connect and work together smoothly. A small misconfiguration in ARPANET, which is the internet ancestor, caused network failures across the US government and universities. Now, why did this happen? This was because the protocol at the network layer of communication, which is responsible for choosing the best pathway for data to travel from one device to the other. Let's say if a pathway is broken now, it didn't know what to do. Now, that chaos was what pushed experts to formalize a standard, and by 1984, the OSI model was born. The OSI model is a 7-layer framework designed to structure digital communication and avoid future disasters. Each time a message is sent, it passes through the 7 layers, adding, translating, checking, and moving information across the digital world. Without this model, we would be stuck in the digital Wild West. Okay, so what are the 7 layers? Let's break them down simply. The first layer is the physical layer. This is the hardware. We talk about things like cables, Wi-Fi signals. Think of this as the road that data travels on. The second layer is the data link layer. This makes sure the message gets to the right machine on the network, like making sure your postman delivers to your house, not your neighbor's house. And this is where the MAC address lives, which is a unique identifier for every device on a network. The third layer is the network layer. This is where IP addresses comes in. It decides the best route for the data. It's like the GPS for the internet. The fourth layer is the transport layer. This handles data delivery, making sure it is complete and in the right order. It's just like shipping a package with the tracking information. This layer decides the mode of delivery. Does it need to be really fast, which can compromise reliability, or should it prioritize safe delivery, which can be sometimes slow, depends on the size of the data being sent. The fifth layer is the session layer. This opens, manages, and closes connections. Like logging into Zoom, it is what keeps the session stable. The sixth layer is the presentation layer. This is the translator. It converts data into a format your apps can understand and handles encryption and decryption in the format that is readable by the application. The seventh layer is the application layer. This is the top layer. This is what you interact with, not directly anyways, but it involves your browsers, your applications, your email clients, and the protocols that helps them function. Each of this layer depends on the one below it to do its job properly. If one fails, the whole communication could collapse or be hijacked. The process of data moving from the top layer to the bottom layer is called encapsulation, while the reverse process, which is on the receiver's end, is called de-encapsulation. Let's say you're sending a voice note on WhatsApp. On the application layer, you hit send. Your message is now being prepared for transmission. On the presentation layer, your voice is being compressed and encrypted to ensure it is in the correct format for the receiver. On the session layer, this creates a stable connection between your device and your friend's device to maintain communication. On the transport layer, the message is broken down into smaller data segments to be sent over the network. On the network layer, this is the layer that determines the best routes to send these packets and data segments to your friend's device across the network. And on the last two layers, which is the data link and the physical layer, the data packets travel through the Wi-Fi or mobile network towers through signals, physically reaching the receiver. Every second this is happening behind the scenes, and when an attacker breaks into any of these layers, like intercepting unencrypted data at layer 6, they can steal sensitive unencrypted information. Cyber criminals today do not just hack passwords, they exploit weak points in these layers. For example, man-in-the-middle attacks target the session layers, malwares and viruses target the application layers, and unpatched routers, that's a network layer threat. The OSI model isn't just about theory, it is your last line of defense. So if even one layer fails, everything you see on the line is at risk. So, did you know about the OSI model before this video? If you did, which layer do you think is the most vulnerable in everyday life? You can leave a comment in the comment section of this video. I'll be there to read all of them. If this video helped make cybersecurity and the OSI model clearer for you, then drop a like in this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos that I'll be dropping weekly, and I will see you in the next video. Stay smart, stay safe. CYBERMARK out.